Hey lovely people, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in again today. I had this is like my eighth, ninth take. I kind of had all these notes and I was like, yeah, I must let them know about this and this and this. And I've been trying to do this for like 2, 3 days before today to try and get it uploaded. But then I entered a ceremony the other night, and I was talking to the medicine, to consciousness about it, and I was like, I really need some help. I'm kind of like having a problem doing this and getting this through. And she's like, you got your heart open, and I was like, yeah. So here I am, free flowing. So no notes. I have a little reminder sheet, but not like this. It's coming from here. So welcome to part 2 of hope. There was a few things on the last video. Some messages I really wanted to kind of get through to you guys. I felt kind of 15 minutes was where I wanted to keep the videos, and a lot more messages came to me after I shot that video and I put that out there. And thank you for the wonderful response that I've received, that we've had from these videos. It really, I think in these times, especially in these times, it's really good that we get the basis of these foundations of fundamental key emotions, and we understand them really from depth, so that going forward when we have troubles or things that cross our path, that we can really we can use these fundamental tools, we can use these fundamental know-hows of how to get through them, because right now is a time of really great change. And so now is the time to get these messages out. So thank you for listening. Let's do this. Hope part 2. Cha-ching! Okay, lovely people. First thing I wanted to say was, as you know, I'll just recall a little bit of what happened in the last, in that last video that I took. I talked about a message I received 3 years before I needed it, you know, and I kind of was in a place where I'd lost all hope in this vision. It was just me standing there, and there was no one else who was awake or aware. It was not just frustrating, it was a time of great despair. And in that moment came a message I'd received about hope from 3 years ago. And the point of that was to understand that not just in those moments are you, not just in those moments we need to find hope, but to understand as well that we are not alone. You have to remember that that message came from 3 years before. It wasn't just in that moment I found hope and I found God and I found consciousness and love and inspiration. She'd been watching me from a long time before. She's been watching me before I was born, and same with all of you. We have consciousness on our side. We have love on our side. And we have to really start to understand we are not alone. We've always had her here with us, and all we got to do to really open her up is open your heart and pray and ask. And also look back at times in your life when maybe you've had these moments of hope or inspiration or love or unconditional love, or belief. Something that runs so true, so deep inside you, that you've known all along your whole life. And you have to remember these moments as we start going through this time of change. A lot of people say to me, you know, I'm waiting for the message, like this is happening, but I'm waiting, I'm listening, I'm open. And that's true, you got to do that. But also think back at those moments of when you've been in those situations and what's come through, what's the message, because you're going to find that maybe that message of hope has already been delivered to you from a time before, and it's just you understanding how to really assimilate back into that vibration again. And as you do, you're back into that vibration of love, and it's like railway tracks. Once you get back onto those tracks, it's like a forward motion, and you're there. So just remember that. Remember that you're not alone, and to remember those times when you had those messages of hope in your life before. So where does that leave us right now? That leaves us in a place where maybe all these changes are bringing a level of uncertainty to us. We got two choices. We can either live in the uncertainty, and that uncertainty, unfortunately, it breeds fear, or we can live in hope. And for some people, it's going to feel like, well, I'm going to live in hope and all this destruction's going to happen around me. And that's, and then what do I do then? Like, I'm going to be, it's going to leave you feeling helpless. And, but that's just what you need to overcome. You need to overcome that theorizing of the understanding of what hope really is. You got to get over that. You got to get over that in your mind. And really, the paradox of this understanding of hope is really, it's understanding the belief system that you keep. Because we want to receive these messages. We want to receive these messages in a way that is simple for us to understand, assimilate, and then we're like, oh yeah, I understand hope. I got hope. Yeah, I can move forward. Yeah, really great. But the truth is, it's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take the deconstruction of understanding and the belief of how you think you need to know and understand this stuff. That's going to leave you in a vulnerable position. That's going to leave you in uncertainty. To understand hope is to understand uncertainty for yourself. To understand that maybe I need to start to understand hope in a different way than the way I am. That's the paradox. So we have the uncertainty and the hope. The uncertainty breeds fear, and we know this. We know that we can start to want to control everything. We can it starts with denial. We deny everything, and then we want to control everything. We want to know the outcome, and we're not always going to know the outcome. You can be that last person on the earth and you still don't know the outcome. So your opposite, your alternative is hope. It's to understand and trust. You have to trust. Trust in hope in a way that is going to defy your beliefs of your understanding. So believe in hope in a way that says, I don't have to understand this. I just have to open my heart and allow myself to live in this. Live in hope in this way. Crash down those borders, those idealisms, those beliefs in your mind of what you think hope is, of the way you think you need to learn hope. It's not that way. You need to understand this at the forefront and foremost. You have to allow those belief systems to come crashing down. I trust in hope in a way that's so vulnerable. It leaves me feeling raw. And this is understanding hope. This is understanding trust in hope. Because when those times come of uncertainty, it's going to take you to that place, and you have to fight equally, not with an understood measure, calculated measure of how you think hope is going to work for you. You need to believe in hope in a way that it's all of you, every single cell in your body. So trust in love, trust in hope this way, guys. And once you've done that, what's the point of all of this? You're going to be free. You're going to be free when you allow yourself to trust in hope in this way. The path it leads you to is freedom. You're going to be free. You're going to be free to explore, to express, to allow this system to come crashing down, to allow whatever's going to happen crashing down. we're gonna get our car serviced, and then we're gonna take it for a ride, and we're gonna make sure we got the spare tire and the jack and an extra can of fuel and all these things, because that's wanting to control the uncertainty. And maybe we're gonna get flat tire, maybe the engine's gonna stop working, maybe 1,000 different scenarios. And you can either live in the understanding of trying to create a formulated or calculated understanding of the risks involved in life or in this journey in that car, or you can just let it all fucking go, and you can just be like, well, I hope I got this car serviced, and I hope it's gonna be okay. You're not gonna be stupid. You're gonna have maybe a spare tire, but go for that ride. Go free, and maybe that car breaking down is gonna teach you something. Maybe you're gonna learn something from it. Maybe you're gonna learn what to do in these moments, how to feel in these moments, how to inspire the people that are with you who are going to be freaking out. Maybe it's going to inspire them to start living in their heart. You got to remember, as much as you're not alone with understanding spirit is with you, you got to understand people are with you as well. And if you embody and carry spirit in this way, it's going to infect these people. It's going to spread to these people. They're going to feel that love, that hope, that understanding of everything's going to be okay. Because it is. Because you've been to those depths of understanding your vulnerability. You've been to those places where you've allowed yourself to be so vulnerable that this is the place that you've decided, that you've opened yourself up to, that you've trusted in hope from. And people are going to feel that. It's not going to come from your mind and, oh, okay, I've calculated this, yeah, so yeah, I got a half tank of petrol, so that's going to get us 50 miles up the road, and so then we're going to have to find another petrol station by then, or, no, it doesn't work that way. Open your heart, you know. And what it's going to afford you is freedom. You're going to be free. You're going to be free, not thinking about in the back of your head what's going to happen on this journey. You're going to be free. You're going to have the chance to have a peace of mind, to be able to explore what you want on that journey. Go out and feel and breathe and be free on that journey. That's what this is about. So if you want to know where it's going to take you, it's going to take you to freedom. Okay? What else do I want to say? So on the one side, you have uncertainty, which breeds fear. And on the other side, you have hope, which breeds freedom, which breeds connection, which breeds the light, which breeds unconditional love. So you have a choice. This one here with love, that means that you're going to have to really start to understand and believe in it a different way than you have been. This one, you already know. Yeah? So, time to be in the frequency of hope and love. I hope you all really understood the vibration of this message. I really thank you all for listening in, for listening to this message and taking all this on board. I love each and every one of you. Thank you. And let that shine. Let your hope shine. Let your vulnerability shine. I love you all. Take care. Speak soon.